Hello! This is the next in our series of duelists thinking out loud. Because we're getting a lot of comments and requests about aiming and dodging, this one is about dodging. So anyway, there's three main guns that you'll have to dodge against. The rocket launcher, the lightning gun, and the rail. Against the rocket launcher. Rocket is a prediction weapon. The opponent sees the direction you're moving, predicts and sends a rocket so that the rocket reaches a point as you reach that point. Basic rocket launcher dodging is to move in a random figure of 8. It is important to remember to move forward and back instead of just left and right. Against rocket launcher, forward and back is more effective than left and right. This can be explained pretty logically. When aiming at someone who is strafing left and right, there is a larger margin for error as compared to someone who is moving forward and back. To illustrate, look at these rough squares. Imagine this is the range of movement of someone who you're aiming at. Now if I stand a distance away, look at how precise I have to be if they're moving forward and back as opposed to left and right. As you get better, you'll start to get a feel for the time it takes for the rocket launcher to reload and the other person to shoot. Once that happens, you want to bait him at shooting in a certain direction. As soon as the rocket is shot, change direction to receive as little damage as possible, while doing random front to back, left to right strafing. One common application of this is the wall hugging technique, where people stay close to the wall, fake moving away from the wall just as you're about to shoot, and then keep hugging the wall. Contrary to popular belief, jumping can be helpful, but not always, as a rocket at your feet just as you jump will bounce you high in the air. This makes you a very easy target. Next is lightning gun. Now lightning gun is a hit scan tracking weapon. The opponent will seek to keep his crosshair on you continuously until you die. At the most basic level, people aim lightning gun in two ways. The first way is to move the mouse and try to keep the crosshair on you. In general, people with low sensitivity prefer this method. It tends to be weak versus rapid left to right strafing, dodging, but strong against long strafes. The second way is using your strafing to match their movement with yours in order to keep the crosshair on you. In general, people with high sensitivity prefer this method. It tends to be weak versus random strafe movement dodging and also makes their dodging less effective and easier to aim at. However, if they do manage to match your movement to theirs, you'll be eating 100% lightning gun for as long as the movements are matched. So how to dodge? Again, at a basic level, you need to strafe rapidly left to right, but not so rapidly that you're just jiggling on the spot. As you get better, you will want to start dodging randomly, mixing in rapid left to right strafes with a few longer strafes. After you get experience in dodging lightning gun, you'll be able to quickly figure out how someone else aims their lightning gun and then dodge accordingly. Some things to remember: if someone has low sensitivity, it's not that hard to tell. You can go right up close to them and circle them. On the other hand, if the opponent is doing random flick 360-degree movements for no reason whatsoever, you know his sensitivity is fairly high, so is likely to aim with strafing only. So staying further away is your best bet, because the smaller target you are, the more precise micro adjustments he must make to keep the crosshair on you. And finally, railgun. Railgun is a hit scan sniper rifle with a low rate of fire. The opponent will seek to point the gun at you and shoot. At the basic level, rapid left to right strafing will throw off most people. As you get better, you'll want to start dodging rail shots so that you mess up the opponent's aim right before he shoots. You will learn the reload time of the railgun and then dodge accordingly. Initially, it may be helpful to set CG_rail trail time to 1500 so that you know how long the rail is reloaded. Although I advise against this, as it may lead to misconceptions about hitting or missing rail shots of your own due to the enemy crossing the rail trail after you've shot. Some things to remember. If the opponent is camping and waiting for you to appear from around a corner, you can do a quick little fake dodge out to become barely visible and right away get back under cover. The opponent will then frequently waste a shot on you, giving you about 1.5 seconds to shoot them back. Steal an item, or move to the next cover area. You can also mess with your opponent's concentration by spamming, firing some shots yourself, though this is very situational. Gluing a railer with machine gun or plasma can be very frustrating and off-putting for most railers. Also remember, even if someone's hitting 50% or above rail, that's one hit, one miss. It's very easy for this to become one miss followed by another miss. The missing is likely to frustrate and throw off enemy rail even further. At the end of the day, dodging is basically getting into the head of the opponent and doing the opposite of what they expect. That's probably why the best dodgers tend to be the guys who are also the best duelers.